Hello, my name is Grace Riario. I am currently the Executive Director of the Ramapo Catskill Library System, which is a library system that has the honor to serve 47 libraries, the 17 libraries in Orange County. Well, I think is I value having younger people in my field of library come up with me. I think that is one of the things that helps me make sure that I'm a good influence on other women that want to be library directors and want to achieve success in our field. I think it's very hard in the library field to be successful if you are not of white if you're not white. So it's a little bit more difficult for people of color and like me, Hispanic, to do well in the library field. And that has been one of the biggest push for me to make sure that I am a role model to the young women that are coming behind me that will eventually be the next director of this library system and work with the state library and work with all our legislators that are extremely supportive of women be successful. That's what I think gives me energy to be a good community leader and try to be a good model. See the world in a positive light. I think, especially now after the year that we have all had, looking at the positive that comes out of having a pandemic it's a good thing to do. I think also we are used to talking about us and them. I think having a unified conversation would be key to all the success that we can do as a community. I think together we can pretty much solve any problems and deal with anything that comes our way. But I think that our community members, if I could ask them to be more patient with each other, to be less angry about what happens to you personally and try to be in the steps of someone else and stop talking about us and them and start talking about we. How are we going to help folks? How are we going to make sure that children have the tools that they need to succeed in a school? How are we going to work on the broadband issue that we have across or Orange County? How are we going to deal with the literacy in adults as well as children gaps that we have? I think that once we start talking about we and we have a positive attitude about all the things that we have managed to accomplish together, it will be a good world to live in. Biggest relationship I had is with my grandmother.
Mm.
She was a Hispanic woman that was born in a time where women had no rights and were treated as second-class citizens. She managed to build her own business and raise 14 children, most of them boys, in a world where her voice will not have been heard at all. I think she was one of the biggest influence, I will say, in my personality and the character I have today. In my career, I will say the people that were before me. All the mentors that I've been very lucky to meet very smart people that have seen something in me that they thought I could do better. And they have helped me many times when I was in pretty bad situations. They have always been there to mentor me or to give me a hand or just to be there to talk. I can tell you, especially through the pandemic, our jobs as library directors of a whole entire system was very difficult because nobody has ever done this before. I'm sure you can say it of the nonprofits. Anybody that has run their own nonprofit today will tell you they will never have imagined all the things that they have accomplished in 2020 in the middle of a pandemic. So sometimes we as leaders put a lot on ourselves and we forget to take care of our mental health and our own health. And having good mentors and friends next to you to remind you to take care of you in order for you to take care of the rest of the folks is extremely important. So I will say the mentors that I have are very much very important to me. I will say to you, the first time that you help a young woman or a young man to feel confident about themselves, that will make you feel good. The first time you get a text from a young person that thought they will not be going to college and now they are in college, that will help you. When somebody that didn't thought much of themselves decides to get a career and be successful in that career, and you get a LinkedIn, I guess, suggestion to be their friend through LinkedIn, and you don't know, and you didn't know that this was happening, and you knew that you were at the right time at the right place, and you gave them a hand, and because of that hand, they are who they are. That is the best feeling you can possibly have. And when you connect people together that have the same mind and they can build something, that is amazing. I think I have the privilege to have worked with Julika in a few other in a few nonprofit projects. And I think seeing the work of the many nonprofits in Orange County also gives you a lot of passion and energy to continue your work because you know you're not alone. There's a lot of good people, and connecting those people is very important.